not designed to hold this.
What the heck?
After discovering that all the solar vents on the market are designed to be mounted through deck and not through the thin acrylic substrate where our vent holes are located, we decided it was time to retrofit the solar vents to get them to fit our particular situation.
So we took measurements, drew a simple sketch, and had a local plastic company make spacers for us. They kind of resemble the shape of a donut, but way less tasty.
It took about a week for them to make the spacers, and that was after we test fit a variety of standard vents from West Marine and the World Wide Web. All in all, finding the right solution to fill these leaky holes in our boat was probably a 2-week process. 2 weeks. Yeah, we couldn't believe it either.
But now we have the solar vents we want and spacers to help them fit the right way, and we can finally start installing them.
Yes!
What are you doing?
Never simple. This is the exterior trim plate. You're supposed to either screw it in to the hole or use a compound.
We'll probably have to use a compound since whoever cut this janky ass hole in this boat didn't give us a lot of options.
We're gonna secure this on the underside, and then this will go like this. So basically what we'll see this.
Okay, so we're now downstairs in the aft cabin,
Yeah.
in the head, and we are putting this plastic
Basically a spacer.
spacer, yeah, because we're using these vents that need to go through a material that's thicker than these plastic kind of hatch-like panels.
Basically through deck. If we were just mounting it through this deck, it would be fine.
What was that?
An everlasting love, this will be. This will be. You probably can't hear it because I can barely hear it, but got my phone playing up on deck. Got some music going. I did not expect this to be such a neck breaker.
So excited.
Kinda. We're
Kinda.
making forward progress. 3 weekends ago, we had not made any forward progress. We had bought vent after vent after vent, trying to find something where we didn't have to modify our existing setup. I'm coming to learn that with boats, you always have to modify your existing setup, which is fine, I guess. They're up and clamped. Let's take a look at what they look like from the top. Squeeze out through all those holes, just like I wanted to see. Looking good.
Looking good for sure. I'm excited. Good morning over there.
Good morning.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Would you like to go over our agenda for today?
So we're going to head over to Sausalito and source a water pump because ours does not function.
And the store in Sausalito is like the mega store for West Marine.
It's the West Marine's flagship store.
It's really big.
So we're going to do that. And then when we come back, we're going to try to repair or put the mast boot on because we don't have one and it leaks. And yeah, I don't know. She gave me this sign to like speed it up, but I don't know what else she wants me to do.
I guess that's all we're doing.
Yeah. I was hoping to get running water. If changing the pump works, that would be great. We may need to do more investigation, reconnaissance into our tanks and our piping and our plumbing for our whole system. But I really don't want to have to engineer a new plumbing system for our boat to get running water. I can, but I don't want to.
Right.
It would be a lot of work.
So we're at West Marine and we're getting a water pump so we can have running water on our boat. And we knew nothing about this before we started, so I thought I'd just share some basic information. There's a really helpful book that West Marine has, and it advises you on everything you could need from West Marine. And there's a whole section on pressurized water systems, and basically it runs you through like, do you want water on demand? How do you want to get it? How many outlets is your pump going to need to serve? How much capacity do you want? So it goes through like how many fixtures you have, how many gallons per minute you'll need because of how many fixtures you have, where you're going to mount the pump, and then you learned about why that mattered, right? Where you're going to mount the pump?
Yeah, whether it's...
Do you remember?
Yes, it had to do with
Oh, the water line.
self-priming.
Yes. Right,
If it's
so-
not self-priming, it has to be below the water line, so the water will naturally fill into it.
Right. And self-priming can be mounted above the water line.
Right, because it's going to pull water up to it.
Right. And then it talks about like 12 versus 24 volts. What size port do we need? Variable speed, gallons per minute, running dry, the valves, the pressure switch, hose diameter, and it's just really helpful. So those are some of the things that you might want to look into when you're looking for a water pump. We found that really helpful for us. So we compared the three options they have here for the pumps that had the right GPIs for us, or gallons per minute for us. And we have chosen this Jabsco 5 gallons per minute.
Parmax
Yeah.
versus
So-
the V-Flow is $110 less.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is. The specs are almost
And I
identical.
hope to look just as happy as this woman in my shower. What'd you get?
I got a custom do-it-yourself sizing hose clamp.
Basically, every store we've been to has them in too small in size, or we found one that was too big. So now, we're gonna make our own. And look at this crazy store. This is a ramp. Gotta go down the ramp. This store is crazy. Like, There's a million aisles. I have no sense of direction in here at all. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going the right way. But look at, like, there's stairs and ramps. Like, what is going on? What is going on in this store? Okay, so I'm working on our mast boot, which is going to be this rubberized piece that we are going to adjust to fit our mast so that as it rains and the mast goes through the deck and down into our bilge, water doesn't drip down with it. So this piece is going to kind of seal that off, so we'll have hose clamps that'll keep it tight to the boat. And the way that these work, if you don't know, is that they call these like little steps, and this gets wider as it goes down. This part you cut up around and take off the excess, and you cut down from the top and take off the excess until you've got this fit to the right diameter of your mast. So that's what I'm doing right now.
What do you got on your head?
It's a mast boot. Alright, so now we are working on our mast boot. We had a small leak at the base of our mast. So we are installing this mast boot, which is basically this flexible piece here that we cut to size on the top, cut to size on the bottom, wrapped around. There's a seam on the other side that Scott's working on now. And then we're going to go around with a little caulk bead basically and make sure it's all sealed off so it's watertight.
So what time should you do something on this boat?
What? You're right. Switched on.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, first faucet did nothing. Sounds like it's trying to do something. Running water! You mean water! You mean water! You did it!